Morning, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Coffee with Cory. I'm your host, Cory Smith, and I am here with five-star NC State commit Kamora Pruitt. Kamora, first of all, how are you doing, man? I appreciate you jumping on with us.
I'm doing pretty well. Just got to practice, so just here about to do an interview real quick.
I got you. Yeah, so I know you were in the practice facility. I appreciate you stepping out so we can make this clear and everybody can see it. But first of all, I mean, what is the day-to-day grind like for you? Being in the Dallas, Texas area right now.
Right now, so I wake up. I do online school, so I wake up in the morning. I do my schoolwork, and then um, I come to practice. We got strength and conditioning at 11 o'clock, and then we start practice 12 to 2. So, and then after practice, I go to the gym and I get some extra work in.
Okay. And when it comes to NC State, I have to ask, I mean, you had offers from all over the country. I mean, I believe I ended up counting it. It's an extremely long list. It's like 40 different offers. You took official visits to, four other schools outside of NC State. What made NC State the decision for you?
I mean, just my connection with the coach, and then my connection also with the players. I felt like just like my connections with them, it was the place that I needed to be. I feel like as far as like WNBA, they develop WNBA players in my position, so that's something I want to do after college. So I feel like that was the right fit for me.
All right, I know Westmore typically cuts up video of players that have been in his system and things along those lines. Like, who did he kind of show you that your game translates to?
He put clips of Isaiah James and then some clips of Sanaya Rivers.
Okay, and I mean, how humbling was that for you to be like, all right, these are two players that were just first round picks in the WNBA draft that I'm being kind of perceived as.
Um, it felt good. Just knowing that, um, like you said, they were first round picks, so that's ultimately my goal to get there. So to see you develop those players that's what kind of sealed the deal for me.
And as far as your game is concerned, I have to ask because you know I've seen power forward, I've seen wing, I've seen shooting guard. Like, obviously there's versatility in your game and you can play all those different positions, but how do you perceive your game? Like, how do you see your game translating not only to college level but also the WNBA eventually?
Just being able to score on all three different levels. I feel like I like my mid range game. I like getting to my mid range, so I feel like that's kind of like a separator. And then also, I've got better at my three balls, so that's a huge aspect of it. And then just being able to guard different positions too. I feel like that'll help me get there. So yeah.
And one thing about Sanaya when she was at NC State, now obviously, getting to the WNBA level, was the fact that she took a lot of pride in her defense. She could score, she could move the ball, all those different things. But how much pride do you take in your defense? Because I know from watching clips of you, you're able to block some shots from the outside too.
Yeah. I mean, I understand that defense gets you on the floor, so um, just being able to defend, I feel like that just adds another aspect to my game and helps me get on the floor quicker.
All right. So the actual take me back to the official visit to NC State because obviously, making the decision to go there from Dallas and taking that official visit. I mean, what sold you on NC State when you were on campus about the official visit and seeing the program as a whole?
I think what sold me is that they have a lot of fan support. Like they sell out all their games. The students love them. They have a lot of they get a lot of love from the school. So I feel like that was a big part of my decision.
I always have to ask recruits about Reynolds Coliseum too, because you know some perceive it as a quote unquote small gym. But NC State, has a lot of history in that Coliseum. The fact that they now have the women's basketball program, wrestling, volleyball, everything along those lines, but also, the museum to attach to it. I mean, what are your thoughts on Reynolds Coliseum, and what kind of sold you on that being the place that you'll play at the next level?
The Reynolds, it's just like you feel the fans like the when the bleachers come out, they're like kind of like right behind you on the bench. So I feel like just having like them right like behind you and them cheering as loud as they do, I feel like that gives you momentum in the game. So I feel like that helps with them.
Yeah, I was going to
And
say the capacity might have changed, but the loudness and the way that NC State fans get behind the team in there has not changed at all. Uh, you had a unique commitment video. I mean, obviously, you knew when you put it out that it was going to be a pretty big thing, but you make the decision. Take me behind the scenes a little bit here. You make the decision to fly from Dallas over to NC State. You go with your mom, your family, like. I mean, what went behind that decision to do it in person as opposed to just doing the phone call like NC State initially thought you were going to do?
um, I mean, just like flying out there, and then, I mean, I wanted to surprise them. I didn't really know like they were gonna react like that. But just to see their reaction, it was great. Like to see how excited they were to have me, that felt great. But me just flying out there, I just this is just something I wanted to do. Came up with it when I told my dad that I wanted to do that with whatever school I was going to. So it happened to be NC State, and I got a great reaction out of it. So
Well,
yeah.
and what was that moment like? You obviously you kind of built it up in your head. You have all these thoughts of like, all right, this is how it's going to go down. I mean, did that exceed your expectations when you walk through that door and the entire team comes running at you and hugging you?
Yes, that definitely exceeded my expectations. The team running at me, um, coaches tearing up. It was great. So yeah.
And obviously, mom is sold on the program too. I mean, we've seen her kind of post her videos of you walking in, all these different things. I mean, what sold your parents on the program? Like, what made them kind of fall in love with NC State too?
I think they really like the coaching staff, especially Coach West. He's a great guy, funny guy. He makes a lot of jokes. And then I know it's pretty far from home, but they felt very comfortable with me going away from home, going to NC State. So yeah.
And obviously, are you pretty far away from home now at this point? Are you living in Dallas, or where are you at right now? Because I mean, I know you said your online classes, but like, where's the family at? Where in relation to you right now?
We're in Dallas.
Okay, so
Yeah,
everyone's in
we're
Dallas.
still in. Yes.
I got you.
Well,
I know you're
just
originally from St. Louis, so that's why I was asking.
my aunts and like my grandmother, they're in and my cousins, they're in St. Louis, but um, my mom, my dad, my siblings, and me, we're in Dallas.
Okay, and going back to the St. Louis connection, I mean, how much pride do you take in being from that city and representing them on not only this stage but in the future in college basketball too?
Um, I mean, it feels great to represent St. Louis. St. Louis has a lot of good hoopers, and you see that with Jason Tatum. You see that with Nafisa Collier. So, just adding on to that, um, just putting St. Louis out there more.
Yes, and so I want to ask as well. I mean, the NC State tradition, obviously, the fact that they've been to the NCAA tournament every year for the last like almost decade now at this point. The fact that they've been to the Sweet 16, I believe 6 out of the last 7 years now at this point, and competed for ACC championships. Like, how much did that kind of sell you on the program too? That this is a place that you can go in and be able to have all those experiences.
I mean, I always wanted to play in this tournament, and the fact that they're not far from almost winning it. So the fact they've been that far, to the Elite Eight, Final
Mhm.
Four, yeah. So the fact they went that far, and I can possibly come in and help win a national championship, that's great.
Okay, and I have to ask because you mentioned, Westmore helped sell you on the program, but I mean, what was it about Westmore that you were like, I want to play for this guy? I want to, I'm comfortable moving halfway across the country to play for Westmore.
Um, Wes, I feel like his style of play, if it fits me, just how I mean they play like a four. I think they play like sometimes they play four guards and one big. So I feel like their freedom to just attack off the dribble, like they don't run too many. They don't have like a set system. They're able to play, and I feel like that fits me. And then he's just like I said, he gets on them, of course, but he's just a lovable guy. So yeah.
Okay, and my last question for you, it'll still be a little over a year away before we'll get to see you on the court at NC State, but uh, and Kamora, my last question for you before I let you go. NC State fans always want to know, yes, it's a year away from you actually being able to step on the court at NC State, but what are you going to bring to NC State and what should NC State fans expect from you?
Um, I feel like they should expect. I mean, I bring a lot of versatility, so getting the rebound, pushing it in transition, because they do play really fast. So that's something I like. And then um, when I don't have it, just running lanes, like attacking the basket, getting to my mid range, defending multiple positions. I feel like I'll bring that to the table.
All right. Well, Kamora, thank you so much for jumping on with us. And where can people find you on social media too, if they haven't already?
My KP got game.
It's the easiest way to
That's
find it,
my
right?
Instagram. Yes.
All right. Well, Kamora, thank you so much for jumping on. I really appreciate it. And thank you again to everybody for listening. We will talk to you again soon.